I'm Bill Korak with the report card at the Navy League's annual Battle of Midway dinner at the Renaissance Center in St. Augustine. The winners of the Francesca Stencil Korak Midway Essay Prize are here to meet the veterans of the legendary battle they just wrote about. Later tonight, they'll receive their awards by Admiral Ferguson, Vice Chief of Naval Operations. Donations for future essay contests can be made to Francesca Korak Scholarship, 406 Misty Morning Lane, St. Augustine, Florida, 32080.
What happened on June 6th on Yorktown?
Well, yes, on the morning of June the 6th, the Yorktown was attacked by dive bombers, Val dive bombers of the Japanese Imperial Navy.
Aichi Val.
And in the consequence, they made 3 bomb hits, one on the flight deck that killed a number of crew members, one down the stack behind me, and the other one down in the forward elevator into the rag lockers, setting a fire, and the fire was burning around 1,000-pound bombs, torpedoes,
not good,
and 150,000 gallons of aviation test gasoline.
That's not good.
No.
No.
So we were trying to get the fires under control, and then that afternoon we were attacked by torpedo planes of the Japanese Imperial Navy. And as a consequence, they launched a lot of torpedoes, but 2 of them hit on the port side, penetrating deep, causing the ship to lift 28 degrees to port.
Wow.
So we couldn't get the damage control and everything. There was too much flooding. We thought it would capsize, so the captain gave orders to abandon ship. I went off with all my film under my life jacket and vest.
Did you actually jump off the ship?
No, I went down a line. They had pre-cut lines to the water, but unfortunately, when it listened to port, it picked up the lines about 10 feet.
Oh, no.
So you drop down. Some of them were long enough to just about let you get to the armor plate. We had about 5 inches of armor.
Right.
So that was where we were. Yeah.
So then you were in the water, and what happened, basically?
Pardon me?
When you were in the water, what happened, basically, once you had abandoned the ship?
I tried to save sailors. I helped a black mess attendant who couldn't swim. I helped him into a life jacket and a life raft, and then I helped some of the wounded that we had lowered from overboard. What happened, they put them in the boats, but the electricity wasn't operating, so you couldn't lower the boats.
Oh, geez.
And so you had to take them out of the boats and lower them down, and we caught them and put them in rafts. Some of them had gaping wounds and all of that. It was awful.
Were you picked up by a support vessel quickly?
Well, what happened, I thought I was going to drown because I was in the water a long time. My life jacket got soaked up with oil and water, seawater, and it was getting dark, so I'm almost at the stern of the ship. So I thought, by God, if I pass the stern, they'll never find me in the open Pacific Ocean. So shortly after that, a lifeboat came by from one of the destroyers, and it was loaded with sailors, but they were dragging lines and cut and thrown overboard to pick up sailors.
Right.
So I grabbed one of the lines and wrapped it around my arm, and they dragged me out to the Hammond. And it's dark now, and I was flopped up on the deck, soaking wet, exhausted, everything. So I spent the night on the sack of potatoes called the Spud Locker. That's the only place out of the wind and cold. It was cold as heck when you're all wet. So the next morning I had to get cleaned up from the oil. It's all over me and my hair, nose, ears. So I got cleaned up as much as I could. They used kerosene, and it made it a little rough.